When you're thinking about going out there on social media, I don't want you to overthink it being about you, because it's not. Business is about serving, it is about providing a solution to other people. Hello, YouTube family. We are live and we are back. I am Lakeisha Annang. I'm a side hustle coach and I'm on a mission to help 10,000 ladies turn their skills and expertise into a profitable side hustle. In this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly how you can go from feeling reluctant and exposed to being on social media to learning how to be on social media and attract your dream clients. I am going to be sharing with you exactly how I helped my client to launch her business and coaching program, showcasing her personal brand without feeling exposed. And I'm also going to be breaking down exactly how I built a social media where I didn't have to share my whole life story. I could still connect with my ideal clients, be me, and replace my 9 to 5. Okay, so I am going to get straight into it. And before I do, if you are already enjoying this content, you've been watching videos, but you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Okay, so there are 3 things that are important to building a social media that allows you to attract your ideal clients, yet for someone who's reluctant to be on social media, doesn't want to expose their whole life, don't worry, I got you. Now, I got you because that's exactly where I was. Before building my business, was not on social media. I literally used to be that person who said to everyone, you only catch me on WhatsApp or you'll catch me live in the flesh. You wasn't going to find me on social media at all. I wasn't interested and I just didn't want anything to do with it. Until I decided I wanted to build my business, take my coaching seriously. And I knew that if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to create the fulfillment that I knew I could, the impact, the income, then social media was going to be the way forward. Now, as I say, there are 3 things that will help you with building out a social media that aligns with who you are. You don't need to share your whole life story, but you can still connect with your ideal clients. And it is, number one, your values, knowing who your ideal client is, and being very clear about your brand identity. Now, I'm going to go straight into those things. If you are wanting to start a business and maybe you've already got social media or you're wanting to start social media afresh, it is important to have your values for your service. Your values will usually be around things that matter to you and will reflect in your business. So, for example, my values are integrity. I'm very big on having integrity to yourself. Growth. I believe that in every day, there's an opportunity to grow. Third, freedom. I believe in living a life where you can do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, essentially living life on your own terms. That's the main reason I started my business. And then the last thing being authenticity, showing up and being true to yourself, not doing things because someone else is doing it, but doing it because it aligns with who you are, which is key to this particular topic. So when you're thinking about going out there on social media, I don't want you to overthink it being about you, because it's not. Business is about serving, it is about providing a solution to other people. So as you are building out your brand, as you are building out your business, what are the values that you're going to stick by that will form a part of your business? Because this is what's going to help you to show up and be authentic and speak about things that matter personally to you. And most of the times, you may have some sort of story or attachment to your values. And these are things that you'll be able to easily communicate in a way that feels aligned, feels authentic, without, as I say, having to share your whole life story. So that's number one, your values. 2, the second thing that is going to help you to get onto social media, connect with your ideal clients without feeling like I need to share everything. I need to overshare and all of that is knowing exactly who your ideal client is. I'll say it again, and you will always hear me say this. Business is about serving. And the truth is, you cannot serve everyone. You need to be very clear on who you want to serve. You need to be clear on who your ideal client is. Because when you're clear on not only like what you do, what your values are, but when you're now clear on who your ideal client is, it means that you can think about how you can serve them through your content. And that is going to be very specific, because that's going to be different from me coming on here and saying, hey, it's Monday and today I had bran flakes for breakfast. No one cares. I'm a coach, right? I help ladies turn their skills and expertise into profitable side hustles. Now, do my ideal clients care about what I've had for breakfast? I don't think so. They may be interested, it may be a fun fact, but because I know exactly what I do, I am clear on the solution I can provide, I am clear on my values. Instead of just thinking about creating content and just sharing absolutely anything, I'm able to speak to my client who may be wanting to start a side hustle, for example, but perhaps comparing herself to other people. And because my value is authenticity, I can create, for example, a piece of content that talks about why it's important to create a business that aligns and works for you instead of following someone else. Because I am clear on what I do, I am clear on my value, and I'm clear that for my client, like, she is a passionate action taker who wants to build a life of fulfillment. So me talking about showing up and building a business that's authentic and aligned with who you are is not only aligned with myself, but aligned with who I know my ideal client is. So knowing who your ideal client is key, because when you are on social media, remember, you're not on there to share your whole life story. You're not on there to make it all about you. You are on there to serve them. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do is think about who you are as an individual. How does that align with your brand? And how does that align with your service? So, for example, I am very much an action taker. If I wasn't an action taker, I wouldn't have been able to replace my 9 to 5 with my business. I like to speak to action takers because not only is that who I am, but that's the kind of women that I want to work with. And it's the kind of women that I know that if they work with me, they will get the most results. So when I am creating content, yes, I am thinking about how I can help my ideal client. I'm thinking about my values, but I'm also thinking about who am I as a person and how does that align with my services? So it means that when I am showing up, I am again showing up in a way that's authentic because I am aligning myself with my business and showing up as the individual that I am. So ultimately, when I'm on social media, it's just me being me in a way that is also serving my ideal client. So if you are in a place where you're thinking about getting started on social media and you're asking yourself, I feel like I'm going to be exposed, or I feel like I'm going to be saying too much, then that shows me you are thinking about the wrong things. Everything that I've just shared, from your values, knowing who your ideal client is, knowing who you are and how that aligns with your brand identity and the service you offer, is what's going to help you go from feeling like I am oversharing, exposing myself, to showing up on social media like the expert that you are to serve the people that you want to serve. So if you are ready to go, I encourage you, take action. Don't be trying to be like someone else. Show up as your true self, because the reality is we attract people who are similar to us. So you trying to be someone else is not going to serve you. Show up as you. Remember, when you are creating content, it is not about you. It is about your ideal client. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop following what everyone is doing on the internet and start owning who you are and showing up as the best version of you to serve the people that need your help. If you know you want to know more of where this came from, you want to, and you are serious about getting started on your business, click the link below. Let's have a conversation about how we can move forward and get started so you can live the life you deserve.